Alrighty guys, so here we are. We all know why we are here today. We are here to destroy some servers, but you guys overall have asked me to do this video. In this video, I'll be using the SR-72 and see how well I can actually go ahead and use it. This is meant to be a stealth plane, which is meant for kind of sneak attacks. This is a missile carrier, and it doesn't really have any defensive capabilities or any fighter capabilities, except for the stealth itself and the missiles. So I'm just gonna try to use the plane today in this video the way that it was mainly intended by the developer. I'll try my best to do so. I haven't played in a while, but I think I'm gonna really have to start getting back into the game since they're really pushing out really good updates recently. Alright, so we have ourselves a B-29, and this is a perfect target to go ahead and actually test the missiles of this plane. I'm gonna just try to fire all 8 of them and see if that's going to end up being enough. Let's just hope the guy doesn't crash into me. That would definitely suck a lot. Okay, so I have already hit him with 5 missiles, and it seems that that's not enough. Again, this vehicle is not upgraded, and the guy just immediately jumps out. I'm gonna count this as a kill normally. Alrighty guys, so here we have ourselves an Mi-28. I believe this is attacking a random guy's base. I'm gonna try to fire all my missiles at him and see if that's gonna end up being enough. Oh, I'm just chasing him here perfectly. Alright. Alrighty, but next up what we have here is an Abrams X on the ground. I am kind of curious on the capabilities of these missiles against the Abrams X, if these 5 missiles ended up being enough. And yes, they did. So 5 missiles is already enough to destroy the Abrams X right here. I gotta say, I'm actually quite impressed. I'm gonna try to fire some missiles at this Apache, which it's probably not going to be enough. 2 missiles is definitely not gonna be enough to kill it here, but then I just have to pretty much get away from these vehicles now, because these guys are gonna be chasing me. That's literally what's gonna happen. And that's what the speed of this vehicle is for. It should be able to outrun these helis. Hopefully, at least. Low-key, I'm actually starting to miss the fact that this vehicle is not going to be having any type of main cannon, because there's so many scenarios where I could just kill these guys while using a main cannon. Alright, and then this guy's just dead right here, because all the missiles will go for him, and there's the next kill. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of rapid firing all of these missiles at this guy, but then at the same time, that's kind of what I have to do, and I gotta just reload straight away. So I'm noticing this is just good for one-time attacks only, which is my only concern with this plane right now. And I gotta say, the fact that this is a single mission type of vehicle, that fact definitely kind of sucks. I'm gonna try to lock onto this plane. Okay, I might have to just lock on this little bird and help this plane player out. And this seems to be an F-35 player, so even better. The F-35 players really do hate the little bird players. I noticed that as well. And looks like the F-35 guy just jumped out. Alright, this little bird's definitely gonna flare. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, well, that's one more missile, and then the guy's pretty much dead. This guy's definitely not gonna hit me anyway, so that's perfectly fine. That's just a free kill right here, and the guy should be dead. Hopefully. Yep, that's 3 missiles to kill a little bird. I mean, that isn't bad, but I wouldn't say it's insanely good as well. So I feel like you guys will definitely have to upgrade the firepower for this vehicle for these missiles to actually become really powerful. Because don't get me wrong, 8 missiles is a lot, but if you can abuse it by upgrading firepower and just make these missiles super powerful, that would work even better actually. So far, it's really countering the helicopters. Oh man, I wish I could really kill this super stallion that was on the ground right here, but once again I just freaking ran out of missiles, and that just annoys me so much, but whatever. I should be able to just kill this super stallion right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and chase it and see. He's probably gonna flare at least one of my missiles, isn't that right? Yep, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and chase it right now, and let's see if all these 7 missiles will be enough to kill the super stallion. I surely hope so. I surely hope that this is true, and it seemed like all of these missiles was still not enough to kill the Super Stallions. Either the Super Stallion just has so much health, or I don't even know. Alright, there's an F-35 on me, and in this situation I just gotta turn on stealth, but realistically, I'll just have to jump out here because I can't really do much. Unless it's just not gonna chase me. Okay, so for some reason just decided not to chase me. Alright, so here we have ourselves an Mi-28 in the distance. I wonder if this is gonna be enough to actually go ahead and kill this guy. Let's just fire all the missiles at him and see if this ends up being enough. It does end up being enough, but there's an Su-57 right here, which was already targeting the guy. So once again, it's just an in and out kind of mission. I'm quickly going in to kill the guy, and then we're all done, we're all gone, we're not going anymore, you know? So I'm definitely gonna have to jump out here and wait until this guy just leaves me alone. And oh my god, what is this lag? Okay, for some reason I just lagged out so insanely hard there, but that's besides the point. Yeah, when there's a lot of planes already targeting you, I don't think you really have an opportunity to do that much. Once again, you're kind of single missioning this thing out. Alright, there's the first F-35 out the way. You know, since there's so many planes right next to my base, I gotta use these missiles, man. And let's hope I can actually kill this guy. Oh, I only hit one missile against him. And that seemed like it wasn't enough. And there's already a guy who decided to jump out. Which gotta suck for him, because he's not gonna destroy my shield. I'm just gonna get away. And that's the whole entire fight over. Alright, there's a guy right on this hill. It's perfect. I can just take him down with the airstrike really quick. But I noticed that I also have a freaking lock-on warning for absolutely no reason, which kind of annoys me a little bit. But the guy somehow actually survived that airstrike, and I'm kind of surprised about that. Anyway, let's just get back in the Darkstar. Alrighty, so here we have ourselves two tanks which seem to actually be tailing each other. Let's see if 5 missiles will be exactly enough to actually take down this guy. And it seemed like that's not enough, unfortunately. And these guys are knowing they're actually shooting me out of the sky. I'm kind of surprised about that. Alright, so perfect. I got a really nice tail on one of the planes. And let's just see if I can actually take advantage of that and be able to take care of this guy. Since he's already used his flare, so he should just be dead right now. This is an F-22 as well. Alright. And there it is. There's the kill, yeah. I expected that to happen, but I noticed that once again it's taking quite a lot of missiles to just be able to kill these guys. And there was like 3 to 4 people right there just teaming, so I had to literally get in a perfect scenario where I could just single them out. Seems we have ourselves a guest at my base. We have a freaking M4 Sherman right here, which is failing to actually get me killed. Yeah, this guy's just not doing that well. Alright, well, he's dead now. A one shot with the RPG was just simply enough, and then we just finish him off with the explosive. Yeah, I don't know what this guy was trying to achieve right here, but he did definitely not achieve it. Alright, so the freaking tank is back at my base once again for absolutely no reason. I'm gonna quickly go and crash since there was an 8 on my tail, but I'm just confused why these guys keep on coming back to my base. It's like he's trying to steal my oil barrels, but the Sherman is really not made for that, buddy. That's the thing I noticed. But yeah, this guy seems to be dying right away. Alright, so here we have ourselves in KF-52 Alligator, which this guy's just sitting on the ground, so I may as well just use missiles on this guy, and he should just be dead right away. But I'm just gonna join him in really quick, and let me see if I can kill this guy. Okay, this guy's just using AK-47 against me. Okay. Okay, this guy, and he just immediately teleported right after I killed him. I am so confused what has happened here. Hello? Game? The guy just teleported like right here and then he just disappeared. Oh my gosh, I am so confused what is going with the game recently. Was this guy a hacker or was he not? Alright, so we have ourselves a KF-51 on the ground right here. I think 6 of the missiles should definitely be enough to take care of this dude, and there is already a missile incoming. I think the KF-51 actually ended up not dying yet, but that's fine. I'm just gonna get high in the sky and just use our standard strategy that everyone uses for being able to destroy tanks, and this should be enough. And the guy ended up not dying, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but I know that I did destroy it. Yeah, I noticed one problem with these missiles is that whenever your guys are going to be firing them, it just don't really fire this quickly, and every single missile doesn't do as much damage individually, so you guys really have to fire like a lot of them to actually get some damage in. And the problem is, since this vehicle is so insanely fast, it just makes you guys go to the ground faster, and that just ends up getting you killed a lot of the time. I'm trying to avoid it most of the time, but it is actually not very easy to get away from. Alright, so here we have ourselves a Sherman right on this guy's base, which is my neighbor, I believe this is, and he's just standing still, so I guess that's a pretty free, easy kill. Let's just make sure I don't end up crashing, and there we go, that's the first kill, and hopefully 4 missiles will end up being enough to kill another tank which is in front of this guy's base. I would probably believe no, but it's definitely not happening. Okay, well, these guys are just fighting it out. I'm gonna try to stay away from the conflict for the time being, and probably regenerate my missiles. Yeah, you guys are maximum gonna be able to kill 1 vehicle with this, which is something I've already been saying, but this vehicle is insanely gimmicky. It's not like something that you could reliably use, but I think you have to fully upgrade its firepower and probably not upgrade its speed to make this thing this useful. But overall, against tanks, it really does need to fire its missiles much quicker, or else it's just gonna end up getting killed really quickly or just diving its nose right into the ground, because right now it feels like it also doesn't have enough range. It has like a lot of different problems, and it has to be used very specifically. But I'm gonna continue. Let's see if we can get some more kills. Alright, so here we have ourselves another tank enemy. Let's see how fast I'm gonna be able to fire these missiles. Yeah, the fire speed is just not that good, and this guy just barely missed me there, just because of the fact that I cannot quickly enough get away from the enemy as I fire the missiles. That really does become a problem, and then once again, once the missiles run out, you guys just have to get out. So alright, let's just go in for once again another attack on this tank, which is on the ground right now. I'm putting myself in a very easy position to get killed, and I'm just getting away with it every time. Like, I'd say that this plane is overall pretty good, but I think for today I probably had enough of it. Overall, this plane is very gimmicky, but I did enjoy my experience. I'd say it's very different than the ones that War Tycoon has done before. I have been switching servers a little bit because there were people noticing me, and I don't like being noticed when I like to make these videos to make them unbiased as possible. Anyway, I'll see you guys next video. Have a great rest of the day, and thanks so much to my channel members.